I'm muted. There we go. All right, there we go. Now you can hear me. Good morning and welcome to another episode of ClickBaity Political Thirst Trap. This is the Morning Trap. I am joined by none other than the standard crew, the usual suspects. Mundell Robinson, how you doing, man?
What's up, Ben? Good morning, man. It's good to be with you again.
Hey, man, it's good to be with y'all, brother. Marcus Farrell, how you doing over there?
The reason why we late today is because of me. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. These brothers stay on the road. Neither one of them, as you can see, I stay in one place. I ain't going nowhere during this pandemic, but these brothers are braving the elements to go get the business done, man. Making moves and trying to get black men to vote. Yeah, before we even get started, man, tell us what y'all doing on the road as much as you can tell us, Marcus.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that every single state that legalizes cannabis has black ownership.
That's it. That's love. That's love. Mundell, what you doing on the road, man? Besides getting all these black men to vote, or in
I
addition
mean,
to, yeah, that's it.
uh, that's it. trying to get some of our people who are criminal justice system impacted some money, some work,
Bro,
permanent
you
work, and I
got
know
your picture is there, but you froze. I don't know what happened. You froze. After all this time you've been moving. We've been,
I'm frozen.
yeah, you frozen. But they can see you. They can see you. So we'll keep moving. We got
Can they hear
100.
me?
Yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you. We got 168 people in the room this morning already. And Ashley Wright says, "Good morning, family." Lori
So,
Robinson over on Facebook says, "Good morning. Love this show. We love you too. Thank you for supporting." Betsy over on Facebook is saying good morning again. And on YouTube, Rebecca is saying, "Good morning, handsome black kings. Happy Friday and blessings day and a blessing day." There's a lot of feedback already. If y'all don't mind, everybody, while we get warmed up and get ready to talk about the news, the politics, and the shenanigans, go ahead and click that like button wherever you're watching. Click the like button and click the share button. Make sure that you share. We're gonna take a second to share on our side, and then we're gonna get the ball rolling. Mondale, I don't know if you wanna I don't know. Yeah, you wanna restart your not restart. You wanna drop
Yeah,
out the
man. So
call for a sec? Drop off the call real quick and come back in. I want to see if we can get your signal back.
you know that.
All right, drop it real quick and then come on back in. All right, there we go. Marcus, you on a regular world tour over there, man. Like how many miles you driving this week?
um, because
There we go.
I'm still nervous as hell of the COVID can that flies 400 feet in the air, called the American plane. I mean, yeah, I know it's kind of ratchet. Like everybody's getting back to the planes and going on. Like Mondale flies Delta, I fly Delta. Delta is hubbed out of my home base, which is Atlanta. But man, I,
I don't blame you, bro.
I
You,
just okay. So anything I realize, anything from Atlanta to Virginia, Atlanta to maybe even Houston, Atlanta to Miami, I drive. I'm straight. Like my car is not recirculating
somebody
COVID.
COVID air.
Yeah, I'm straight. But like if I gotta go to overseas or something, or if I gotta go back to Phoenix or to LA, I think I'll.
You jump. You yeah. Well, um, to me, it's like if you could do anything, let's do it. Let's do it on a Zoom call. I feel that. Mundell, you look like you still frozen. Oh no, you moving. You just staring intensely at something.
Yeah, man, I tend to do that when people start calling those airplanes COVID cans because I spent too much time on them. So I get real nervous. So Marcus just freaked me out early this morning. It's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it.
Man,
Hey,
you
I'm
better.
in Washington, my dad, bro. I'm in Washington D.C. right now, and the most elite white people in Washington D.C. right now have COVID. So therefore, I am very fucking nervous.
But Marcus, elite only matters if you believe the bullshit they tell you.
Very
Well,
good.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but it is also true that they got COVID. So that's the main
That
point.
that that's definitely the main
Hey,
point.
hey, the
The
white folks.
White House is a I'm sorry, the White House is a hotbed.
Yeah, bro. White House, like everybody and their mama got COVID in the White House, bro. Yeah, like and Donald Trump. I don't know. I didn't think he was gonna survive at first, but he might survive because he's so doped up. Have y'all heard him on all these interviews talking like a person who is truly extremely high, trying to pretend like he isn't high? This dude is like,
He's hosting a show. Isn't he hosting? What's the right wing show that he's hosting?
that Donald Trump is
To
hosting.
No, Donald Trump is hosting like not. I want to say Chris Matthews so bad, but it's not Chris Matthews.
You mean
So
like Fox and Friends or
yeah,
Sean Hannity?
Sean Hannity.
Yeah, he was on
Really?
Sean Hannity last night. Sounded like he was in between tripping on mushrooms and a line of coke. But that's what I guess those good steroids that are saving his life would do. And the biggest thing is like he's
Ben, simplify that shit. He was tripping on mushrooms and doing coke. We need to normalize that important white people do drugs.
you said normalize it. Well,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing. Like if we could normalize it, but it's already normalized for them. It ain't normalized for us. Like it's normalized for him to get COVID and get a cure. It ain't normalized for everybody else to get COVID and go back to normal. So you know what I mean. I feel what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it's a double standard on that one. But what's on y'all radar? Like we got this thing coming out of Michigan. I don't know if you guys. I know y'all been traveling. I don't know if you had a chance to dig into it with Governor Whitmer, Gretchen Whitmer, being
my.
the plot to kidnap her by some white supremacist terrorists. And that plot started to form after Donald Trump tweeted, quote unquote, liberate Michigan. They began actually implementing a plot to quote unquote liberate Michigan by kidnapping the governor. About 8 men, I think, if I counted the number on the picture correctly, 8 men were arrested. They had been training, getting firearm trainings, building improvised explosive devices. They had connected with militias, and they were actually in motion to overthrow the Michigan governor because she locked down the state to try to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. When Donald Trump got involved on it last night, he started tweeting and he said that it was his Justice Department that arrested them. So of course he doesn't support any type of extremism. But then at the end of his tweet thread that we'll show you in a minute, he stated for her to open up Michigan, open up the schools, open up the churches. And that closing sentence was literally the reason those dudes were trying to overthrow her in the first place. So the president of the United States waded in to try to make it seem like he doesn't support extremism, but then at the end, he supported extremism. Let's start with you, Mundell. What are your thoughts?
Listen, let's call these people by who they are, by what their real title is.
Mundell, look at your camera, not your laptop.
Okay.
And now move over a little bit to your left. There, a little bit more. Let me see your face. There you go. There's that pretty face. All right, now you got it.
Ben is a host in the show and also a teacher
and director, man.
God, so anyway, here we go. Let's try this again. It's kind of weird. So yeah, listen, it's Marcus. It is important that we call these people by their real name, who they are. They are Donald Trump supporters. And I mean, we don't need to let them off the hook. Donald Trump supporters, listening to Donald Trump's orders, tried to kidnap a governor of the United States. Don't talk to me, white people, about patriotism. Don't talk to me about black people protesting violence. You ain't called one of them a thug. It ain't trending. Fox News ain't talking about them. Y'all are disgusting. This is white supremacy on fleek. You try to kidnap a fucking sitting governor of the United States. This is not small fry, bro. Donald Trump and his supporters are trying to steal democracy.
Right.
That is, if it was a brown or black country, it'd have been on American news as a group of militia trying to stage a coup.
Yep.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And guess what? It's grounded in American history, where y'all steal governments that don't agree with you or that are about liberating people. Prime example: you did it in Wilmington, North Carolina. You did it in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You did it in Detroit when you split up Black Bottom. I could keep going if you want me to, but guess who the culprit was all the time? Donald Trump supporters even before he was president. The same white people pushing white nationalist politics.
Man, that's fire. That's dope as hell. Can you slide to your left a little bit?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Yep.
No. That's the truth, man. Like that last thing you said is critical. These people were this way before Donald Trump. The reason they so buck wild right now is because of Donald Trump. But even after Donald Trump and COVID kicks his ass, they're gonna still be here looking for someone else to realize their fantasies of overthrowing the government. Marcus, what's your thoughts?
Ben Mondale, is it too early to use the N word with a hard R?
Yes, he's doing the hard R.
Yeah, can I use it?
Hey man, let's see what the audience says.
I never use that word, Marcus.
Yeah, I don't. The hard R, it's like.
I'm going to use the N word with a hard R in a statement. Y'all ready for it?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
How can we blame the niggers for it? Because that's what they say.
I was like, continue, expand on that one, expound on that.
That's what they're saying, and I use that intentionally because everything in this administration, but everything in the American government and history, damn near to the Obama administration, but everything in this administration has basically tried to tell Americans, again, in my favorite term, don't believe your lying ass eyes, it's the black people. And I'm gonna tell you something. The brothers in the SWATs in Atlanta, brothers in South Side and West Side Chicago, brothers, the places that they're blaming us for all the debauchery, right? Mm-hmm. These guys aren't sitting around. You know, I don't know how these white folks think about us, but we're not sitting around whatever, like, you know, Black Panther man cave, thinking about how we're gonna kidnap white women. Right? Matter of fact, let me simplify this.
Marcus just woke up.
Really long and hard
didn't it?
Black men think really long and hard about kidnapping white women. We don't do that. We just don't do that. Even though the movies tell you that we do that, we don't do that. So for every American that's watching this, black men don't do what the white men just got accused of doing and probably did really do, right? We just don't do that. So I know you are, but what am I? That's
Marcus, get you some coffee, man. Get you some I get your point. You're saying that. What are you saying, bro?
No, literally what I'm saying is that the things that they accuse us of are the things right?
Okay.
That's what the I know you are what my statement was about.
Yeah. Okay. So what you let me make sure I hear. Let me see if I digested it correctly. So
some coffee, so y'all might even have to watch me walk off for a second so I can give me some coffee.
No. Stay there, because I don't know how far you got to go to get coffee, man. How far you got to go?
To the other side of the room.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Then go get you some coffee. You need that caffeine boost.
So, literally, and I'm not trying to confuse the people who are watching our show, right? But we get blamed. Black people get blamed for what white people think about doing all the time. We are there literally, like we're there examples of what their bloodlust damn near is, right? And we don't do it. But but the Republican Party will make you think, like when we talk about law and order, right? And crime, right? Let's talk about law and order and crime real quick. How can the Trump administration push law and order when their own supporters are the ones that are literally making like devious schemes to kidnap white women, white governors at that? Yeah. We don't think about kidnapping white governors, but the narrative that
it's told about us,
like to put out right now, is that we're the ones that wanna, you know, well, they're gonna burn down your city. I'm not burning down shit in any white suburb. I'm not even coming out to any white suburb. I don't want y'all to see me. I want y'all to meet me for brunch in Midtown Atlanta. Y'all come from the suburbs and meet me for brunch in Midtown Atlanta, and we can talk about nice things like, you know, what color curtains I should get for my new house. But
See,
I'm not worried about the things that the Trump administration says. But if you notice, they've put out a narrative for law and order. And
and they
here's the
have
thing:
none.
they don't
And
have any.
they right. So here's what I was gonna say, Marcus. I love the way you started that off, and I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I would just add another reason they have no footing for law and order is because Donald Trump don't support law and order. He only supports $750. That is enough for a cop uniform. If he's so serious about law and order, pay your fucking taxes, homeboy. Pay your taxes.
No, that's a
How much?
fact.
How many million?
At
400
400 million.
How much is he
400
in debt?
million.
400 million, 400 million.
$400 million.
Yeah, what you're saying, Marcus, I feel what you're saying now. It took me a minute to digest it, but I get it. So what we see with this, it happens all the time, right? They have the entire narrative around this country being that black folks are insurrectionists, and black folks are going to burn down your cities, that black folks are going to riot X, Y, and Z. Meanwhile, it's Donald Trump supporters and these white right-wing conservatives who are literally plotting to overthrow the government. And they're the ones who are out in the street running people over with their cars. They're the one in the street gunning people down.
Then let me go one step further. So imagine that I was anti-fascist, which I am. Imagine that imagine I'm not an Antifa protester. I'm a Black Lives Matter care about person. But imagine that I was an Antifa person who, as they said, as they always try to point out, wants to burn down white people's property and and create lawlessness. All they want, because I'm about to say all they want to do is get some attention on the matter. Antifa wants to get attention for certain issues. Now, Proud Boys, the people who are trying to kidnap white women, what do they want to do? They're trying to kidnap white women.
Right.
The fundamental thing that they protect more than anything else in the world they're supposed to protect is white women.
Well, they white women's probably third on their list. They're gonna protect themselves, they're gonna protect capitalism, white male patriarchy, and then somewhere down there is gonna be white women. But white women are definitely above everything else out of that three. So I'm not surprised. It's part and parcel though. It's not even about their whiteness, except for the fact that they have the gall and they feel like they have the right to do this because they believe they have some supreme place in society. So their whiteness is a huge part of it, but the other part of it is just their fundamental totalitarian political view, right? Their view is anybody, so they don't see Gretchen Whitmer as a white woman. That's what I'm saying. They don't see her as a white woman. They see her as a traitor. They see her as somebody who's a threat because she's not a far right-wing conservative in the likes of like Donald Trump. And so that trumps all, no pun intended, but their politics trumps all of their allegiance to their race. Man, they were gunned down. I mean, literally, if you think about it, think about the people who have been killed by these white supremacists in terms of like the protests. Heather Heyer was white. The two guys in Kenosha, I don't recall their name, but they were white. Michael Reinhold, who was from Portland, but was killed in another city by Donald Trump's police officers. They were white. So we're seeing an example. White supremacy will sacrifice and kill their own if you don't follow their politics.
Well, you're not their own if you don't follow their politics, because white supremacy at its core. Hold on, white supremacy at its core is a. Hold on, Marcus. Hold on, Marcus.
Just use
Marcus,
the
hold on.
statement that we need to clarify.
Hold on.
The white people who died aren't their own.
I literally said that, brother.
Yeah, he did say that.
You gotta get that coffee, brother. Because I need you flying on all gears.
When I interrupt Mondale just cut me off. But every time Mondale interrupt me, he got to get his point across. I love you, Mondale.
Mondale didn't interrupt you. I sat back and listened to the banter because it was good banter. I didn't interrupt. What I was saying was, Ben, I think we make this grave idea or this mistake, not just you in that last statement, but all of us, and we automatically, because we hate whiteness, and I mean we should be able to say that. Because our definition of whiteness for me is white supremacy, but there's some white people that don't fit that idea of whiteness. So guess what? They're not part of them. I mean, the word race traitor is exactly what you just defined to these people who believe that. So those folk aren't their people. They will kill them just like they kill us, probably quicker. I mean, like history showed us that John Brown was John Brown was shot down, right? And I ain't talking about this Spike Lee version of John Brown. I'm talking about the real person who was willing to kill his son and brother if they try to enslave black people who he called his brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? That's a person who's not for whiteness. He just happened to have white skin. Now that doesn't remove the benefits of having that white skin. It just says he's not a part of that political idea or ideology, which is white supremacy. Here's the other thing. They're upset. Here's what they don't understand. They don't understand how we could be subjected to so much hate for so long, and black nationalism still don't mean the opposite of white supremacy. Because black nationalism is not about treating them the way they treated us or they
Right.
treat us.
Right.
Black nationalism is about the liberation of black people and the benefit of black communities. You know what I'm saying? So for them, it fucks their head up that we don't think like that. And when I say today, I want to be explicit. I'm talking about people who support whiteness. All of them. All of them. You can show
Well,
up two
see,
ways in this world.
and,
You can show up two ways in this world as a racist or an anti-racist. That's it. And when we muddy that water, we fuck up how white people see themselves.
but that's
Some of
that
y'all are
directly
racist and don't know it.
ties into this story, right? And I want to pull up a tweet from it ties into the fact of what Marcus said, that they still view us, though they still have this unfounded fear of blackness, because one, it's intentional, right? They need to make people fearful of blackness. And that's why they do exactly what Marcus said. Marcus, you said, I know you are, but what am I? I know we are. This is what white folks are saying. We are the ones who are killing people in the streets. We are the ones with the violent militias that want to overthrow the government. I know this is us, but we have to project that on top of you because we need people to fear you so that we can get away with what we get away with. But I want to pull a tweet up on the screen to add some context to this conversation. It's an exchange between and actually, I'm gonna have to take us down so they can see it. It's an exchange between Jamel Bowie of the New York Times and Zed Jelani of The Intercept. And so Zed said this on Intercept, from The Intercept. He said this on Twitter. He said, Black Panthers also use, and I want to start the, I blocked his ass, but whatever. He began attacking AOC because AOC did an Instagram thread on the Black Panthers and the role of the Black Panthers in the community and how they had a mutual aid program with the breakfast and with the breakfast program that they had for years. And then Zed Jelani attacked her as well as the concept of what the Black Panthers were doing. And then you'll see how this ties in a moment. This is what he said on Twitter. He says social media is having a similar effect on elected Democrats that talk radio had on Republicans starting in the 1990s. Now, that first sentence is a hell of a sentence, and we got to come back to that. But he's basically saying that social media is somehow radicalizing elected officials the way right-wing radio, a la Rush Limbaugh, had on the Republican Party. Then he said viral bits of information that are misleading or outright false get boosted into echo chambers. No one stopped to check. And he's talking specifically about what AOC was speaking about in regards to the Black Panthers. So that's the context. This is what he said next. He said the Black Panthers did not invent the idea of charitable breakfast, LOL. But there's a political echo chamber that sends this meme around each other. I've seen it for years. Who don't bother? And this is the main one. This is the kicker. Black Panthers also use their school lunches to promote ethno-nationalism and glorification of Black Panther leaders. They'd hang up propaganda of Black Panther leadership and use them for political indoctrination. It wasn't just some charitable program. This is how, and Zed ain't even white, but this is how Zed falls in line with white supremacy.
First, Zed is problematic.
Yeah.
And he's been problematic. Zed decides that he, at all points when it comes down to blackness, Zed is one of the most problematic writers in America. And he's a progressive.
So-called.
Zed consistently puts class over race. And there are situations where you shouldn't, but Zed consistently puts class over race more than almost any other quote-unquote progressive writer in general. Secondly, let's talk about the point that he's trying to make. First off, Don't get your news from Zed right now. Zed,
Even though he's a journalist, so-called journalist. Go ahead.
yeah, he need to keep the Black Panthers name out of his mouth,
Damn
right?
right. That's
His
right.
his warped view of Black nationalism, right? Like Zed is one of the few people who got mad at Bernie Sanders for actually talking about Black issues, right? And wrote whole ass articles about it, right? Now here I am, the former National Black Outreach Director for Bernie Sanders, reading articles about how Zed is double downing on a non-Black person of color, how Zed is double downing on how Bernie shouldn't talk about issues of color, right? And everything boils down to class. So yeah, excuse me, fuck that guy.
I want to read the response from Jamel Bowie of the New York Times. He said, and he was obviously, this is sarcasm. He said, it is actually very reasonable and not at all the nonsense of an ignorant reactionary crank to conflate slogans like black is beautiful with ethno-nationalism. And that's the key point. It is the fact that black folks have been told for generations, for centuries, that we were ugly, that we were down, that we were nothing, that we were barbarians. And so you have a movement that is asserting the dignity of blackness. And this is what white folks and their collaborators of color like Zed Jelani do. They equate our assertion of our human rights to be respected as a human being and to assert our own worth. They equate that assertion of our own self-worth to their ethno-nationalism that they act out on a regular basis. Mundell, I think your mic might be muted, but go for it. Let me see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mute myself when y'all are in a like a back and forth like that, so I don't so people don't say I'm interrupting. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can say what I want to, and I can hear it.
Seventh gear.
That way I can.
Gear,
Marcus need to learn how to mute himself too. See how that way he could have still said seventh gear and not interrupted what I'm about to say. It works, Marcus. It works. So what I'm saying, listen, Ben. Here's what I'm saying. I'm laughing about this, but this right here is how you otherize people to the point you can kill them. Zed simply put out a statement. First of all, you equated Black Panthers and well, actually, you equated the liberal tweeters or texters or whatever y'all call Twitter. I don't know what do you call people? Tweeters.
People on Twitter.
People on Twitter, goddamn. He equated them with Rush Limbaugh. But
Right.
as a journalist, you know how reckless that is. He know exactly what he did and what he was trying to do. This is otherizing people so that folk can come at them in a you know what I'm saying? This person is you put them person into a space where you can be the biggest hypocrite in the world at this point, because if you think about Rush Limbaugh, he spent the entire night talking bad about how drug dealers should have mandatory sentence, how should be locked up, and then he got caught with $30,000 or $50,000
Dollars worth of drugs.
prescription pills, right, 30 or 50,000 prescription pills. That 50,000 prescription pills that he had no prescription for. The feds were involved. Rush did 0 time in prison. He did 0 time in jail, right? So this is after he spent the entire decade talking shit about drug dealers and drug users and who they were. This is the hypocrisy of whiteness, and he just conflated what's happening on the left with that. I hate when people say it's extremists on both sides.
Right.
Left extremists ain't trying to kill nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this whole idea that we are equal or there's problems on both sides. It's ridiculous to me. What's going on the right hand side, and Zed is a part of the right hand side. If you don't believe me, just go back. I'm afraid to call him a progressive at all, right? Because if you go back and look at him, if you look at his tweets, he's always taking digs at progressives. He was uplifting Yang Gang, talking shit about Elizabeth Warren, uplifting Pete Buttigieg going on Fox, and not just talking to other networks. I operate in the space that if you are pushing racist tropes, I don't need to deal with you. I don't need to find a middle ground with the KKK. Fox and Donald Trump are doing the work of the KKK. I'm not looking for middle ground. The only middle ground I'm looking for is Marcus Favor's gesture. I'm not looking for middle ground with them guys. We can't reason with that because their reasoning is grounded in racism. And this goes back to our original point because people might think we're off the boat. I'm talking about, this is still tied to Law and Order. People who talk about Law and Order to me is spitting in my face and assuming I don't know my history. Law and Order is a concept that came popular in the 60s with Reagan racist ass running for governor in California, directly linked to the Black Panthers. Let's talk about that later. And also Richard Nixon. And they both were trying to demonize and frighten white people. White people aren't really afraid. There might be the ones, the voters, but these politicians aren't afraid of black people. They're trying to create that narrative.
Yeah, yeah.
They're trying to create that narrative.
It's a
Yeah,
necessary narrative for them. It's a necessary narrative for them to run their hustle, right?
yeah.
Their hustle. If your hustle is law and order, then you gotta have somebody on the other side who's the boogeyman. And they're not gonna make, obviously they're not gonna point to their own crimes, so they gotta make us the villain. And people like Zed Jelani are complicit with that. And so but it just goes to show you that the part that sticks out to me the most, that connects to this story the most, is the fact that they see us saying black power as an equal evil as them saying white power. But
Yeah,
when they say white power, they mean domination of everybody on the face of the planet, exploitation of everybody on the planet, mass murder, genocide, because that's their history. When we say black power, we're trying to assert our dignity as human beings to say we have just as much right to be here. And so they draw an analog between that. So now to them, the Black Panthers are the same as ethno-nationalists. And now to them, their ethno-nationalists that try to kidnap Governor Whitmer is the same as, or actually not even as bad as Antifa or Black Lives Matter. So now we've gone to a place where they're not even doing an equivalence, Mundell. They're saying we don't even notice the violence that's coming. We don't even care to talk about the violence that's coming from white supremacists. The only violence that exists now is violence from Black Lives Matter. So it's not even an equivalence anymore.
Yeah, that's why I was going. Like, it's never been equivalent. Think about it. There's never been more violent action in this country. Fix your face, Marcus. There's never been a more violent action in this country than slavery, and white people didn't care about it. Like, what's more violent than the rape, selling of bodies, stealing of bodies, and slavery? There's nothing more violent than that. They've always turned the other head to white violence, right? It didn't matter. You can whip black people in front of the pastor, and they were okay with it. Shit, the pastor might whip black people on on plantations. What I was saying was, they're so stupid. The Panthers' message wasn't just black power; it was power to the people.
Yes.
The Panthers said black power to black people, white power to white people, brown power to brown people. That's a slogan from the Panthers. So this propaganda that they're talking about is ridiculous. It's because their idea of power is so disgusting and dirty and sullied that it means that to them. You know what I'm saying? That they're afraid of the word black power. Plus, the idea of black people rising to them seem like white people falling, and that freaks them the fuck out. Also, let's be clear: the first free program, lunch breakfast program in this country was the Panthers, and the school system, the public school system, absolutely created it to make the Panthers look less, and also free health clinics, and all the rest of the 8 points of the 10-point plan. So they can say what they want to, it's real. And the Panthers also partnered with folk that didn't look like them. There were the brown berets. There was the Latin brothers. There was also the Sons of Confederate out of Appalachia that the Panthers were doing work with. These rednecks from the hills were working with the Panthers, but they don't talk about that because they're confused with what J. Edgar Hoover said. Black Panthers, think about this: the Black Panthers are the biggest threat to America. Now, at the time that he said that, Ronald Reagan raised his ass, had already made it illegal to walk around with guns because of the Panthers. So at this time, the Panthers they didn't have guns. People believe the Panthers had guns all the time. That was just their first year. Ronald Reagan changed that law quick as shit. The Mumford Act changed that law quick as shit. The only time the Panthers had guns was their first years outright because it became illegal in California. So after that, this idea that the Panthers are the biggest threat is directly linked to freedom of black people.
Marcus.
Agreed.
I like that shirt, brother.
Yeah, man.
If like it or not.
Well, he just said he liked it.
He's in one of his light skin moods. I love him. Let him be.
Let's take 5 seconds for a commercial break.
Same.
We do have a nice distribution of blackness. The skin tones. You got the El DeBar's light skin in the middle. You got
Hold on. Wait.
Can we find another light skinned guy other than Elder Bar? That guy was an
Wait.
asshole.
Oh, Isaac Hayes ass, black ass, ass, out of here.
Oh man. Take a second. Introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them how to get up with you, Marcus.
I'm Marcus for America on Instagram and Twitter. Marcus #4 America, Instagram, Twitter. Marcus Farrell. You can follow my Facebook page on, and I'm also Old Man Politic on Twitch. So.
Oh, yeah. All right. You streaming on Twitch now?
Well, I have a Twitch account, but I'm trying before the end of next week. I'll be streaming some of my stuff.
Bro, somebody just called you Sinbad, bro. That's who you are, bro. Oh. Do you ever get that? Because you about tall. You were the same height as Sinbad, right?
I mean, I went to high school damn near 20 years ago. So I come on, bring it on. All your shit. I got to deal with Mondale. I got to deal with this Negro calling me
the bar.
Making love in the rain is fine. And that's I'll be sure. Right? I'll pick on myself. I'm gonna pick on myself.
No, bro. No, bro.
Y'all can't pick on me.
It's
right?
love.
I'm killing them this bitch. Hat wearing ass, shirt wearing ass.
Marcus, Mundell. Mundell, tell everybody how to get up with you.
Before I tell anybody how to get up with me, Marcus, I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. I want to give you a hug, a virtual hug right now. Here, take this COVID hug, brother. Come here.
2 piece, baby.
2 piece, baby. 2 piece, baby. What? Hey, what did he say? Excuse me, sister. I'm trying to get to that milk of magnesia over there. I am Mundell Robinson. You can find me on Instagram at I am Mundell.
Bro, Marcus is about to pass out.
on Twitter, Mundell Robinson, and Facebook, Mundell Robinson as well.
Marcus is about to pass out over there, bro.
That was a good movie. He said, knick-knack, paddywhack. 1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish.
Oh man! Shout out to Vertical Viewpoint on YouTube. It's saying buy some microphones. We got microphones, bro. My two brothers to the right, they're on the road. They're traveling. So
who is that?
It's fine. They good people.
I'm not going on them.
We can't cancel everybody, bro.
Yeah.
What's their name?
No, because Mundell, I know you want to.
I want to talk directly to the camera to them. What's their name?
Vertical Viewpoint on YouTube.
Vertical Viewpoint. I agree with you. We need better mics. This is a perfect reason why you should
become a patron
to give us money. Mics are expensive. Go ahead and throw $300 in there. We'll make sure we'll name the microphones after you.
The microphones are all going to have a VVP on Vertical Viewpoint. They're going to put on the side of it. All right, Mundell, did you even tell them how to get up with you?
Yeah, but Marcus Laviswire. I am Mundell Robinson. You can find me on Instagram at I am Mundell, on Facebook and Twitter at Mundell Robinson, and YouTube at Mundell Robinson, and on Twitch at I don't even know what the hell that is.
I'm about to say I know you ain't on Twitch, bro.
You know I'm too old for it. I technology out.
Wait a minute. No, for real. I never asked you this. I never asked either one of y'all this, and I don't want to embarrass y'all on air because I know y'all are. I'm the young one in the bunch. How old are you, Mundell?
My birthday is April 27, 1979. That makes me 41 years old.
Oh, bro.
I
I thought you were like 50 years old, like hella in shape. 50 years old, like you could probably outrun half the people in the chat room in shape. Like, but your gray hairs betray you. Your skin don't look 50. Your gray hairs make you look like you're about 45.
So for all of our viewers that are 50 and over, I don't feel that my grays betray me or you. I don't know what the fuck Ben is talking about.
Hey, bro. Wait a minute. Somebody just clowned all of us. They just called us the older Turks instead of the young Turks, the old Turks.
Oh, wow. We would definitely be the older something, but not Turks. Marcus, how old are you?
Older than you, and y'all ain't gonna get my goddamn age. Fuck
hang on, man. Hang on. Let me just pull up my file. I got files on everybody I work with. Let's see. I'm messing with you. How old are you, man?
Nobody tell you to tell my damn. Mondale, that is how you. Hey, you know what? Okay.
he said he about to, you gonna drop some bombs on me now? I'm gonna drop a
No,
dime on him.
no,
I'm gonna drop a
no,
dime on him.
no,
I don't
no.
like that. I
I'm
don't
not.
like that.
I'm not going to do that because people are watching and they know where I live. So I'm not going to do that.
They also know you got a bunch of guns, so they ain't coming over there.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Well, how many guns you got, bro?
Don't get him to start it.
Yeah.
He's addicted now. He's addicted now.
I have 10 guns.
10. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Handgun. You know why? Because here's my thing, man. They trying to take us out. I don't care. I really don't care about this portion right of this conversation. I'm not scared of y'all, man. Y'all, they run around here to go. They run up in city halls. They run up in state capitals. They try to kidnap white women and stuff like that. They try to over, I guess, manhood themselves.
Yeah,
guess
compensate.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, overcompensate. I got guns too, and it ain't for compensation. It's to keep my ass alive against them. So don't run up on me. You get shot.
Bro, this gonna make you
like.
Go ahead, Marcus.
At any given time, I'm holding something to take your ass out at any given time. So don't run up on me.
So and he like 6'9" though. He's 6'9" too. He probably don't even need a gun. He's just gonna swing down on everybody, just be knocking niggas out left and right. Go ahead, Mondale.
Y'all know how I feel about guns, but I mean, listen. As of late, if you're black, you gotta really be thinking about gun ownership, right? Like because, I mean, they're literally trying to steal white women out here. If they steal white, if you know what they're gonna do to us. You know what they're gonna do to us. So listen. I normally I be talking about like why I don't deal with guns, but I think y'all were spot on yesterday with y'all comments about brothers have already and sisters too have already resided that. Listen, if we're willing to walk down the street with these guns, you know what we've already thought about.
Yeah,
that's in game. Yeah. So y'all was spot on yesterday, and I I don't got nothing negative to say about guns. I know that they created the Second Amendment so that white people can own guns, but not us. But thank God that the Constitution continues to add people, and now black people do have the right to own guns. So I'm just gonna shut up at that point.
Marcus, this will make you feel better, man. Andy on Facebook said Marcus looks like he's 25. And put on the screen. Marcus looks 25. You look hella young, man. You ain't got not a gray on you, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gray, but thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Benjamin, for trying to make me feel good this morning. Because after going through the Mondale onslaught, like, listen,
I try to give you a hug, man.
I don't count your grades, Mondale. Why you gotta count mine?
I don't, brother. I just told the world you're 42. What happened?
Joy said, please put the contact information in the description. But I'm not sure if she's talking about us or because somebody else asked for this yesterday. But we will, starting on Monday, we'll make sure that I put a full description where you can link to everybody's respective Twitter accounts and all the above. And we're going to keep this going Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. And when the fellas get off the road and get stationary, we'll break out the big boy microphones. But I'm sure there's like we might get some. We'll make another investment. We'll make another round of investments because we got these $1 million looking cameras. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a really good portable microphone that we can get that y'all can fly with since y'all insist on flying so much right now. So we'll get it.
Again, no COVID cans for Marcus. That's Mondale. I can't. I would much rather drive there.
Yeah. And Mondale, we got it. Yeah, you go ahead.
Is this better? Is that better microphone?
It is much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just switched my microphone out of my headphones to the computer. So
we knew that from yesterday. If you knew his AirPods were trash.
But he had AirPods on, brother. I don't have on AirPods. Okay. I'm wearing German engineering right now. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, but still the German.
Barry, shut up.
All right, what else is going on in the news, man? Let me go to the timeline. What else are y'all clocking and watching on y'all in y'all world, man?
Man, listen, I'm happy that Tory Lanez got his punk ass locked up because that motherfucker lied to me. After like the height of gaslighting is to, we know what gaslighting is, but what Tory Lanez did is the height of it. You so fucking arrogant and willing to lie about it. You ain't did shit different than Donald Trump. This man had people believing that this woman didn't even get shot, that there's no proof that she got shot because she didn't have torn ligaments. Come to find out, he did shoot this goddamn woman, And he didn't when he made a rap song about how he didn't do it and how her friends lying on him.
I'm looking at the article now. Go ahead, Marcus.
Motherfucker.
I agree, man. I'm happy you brought that up. I was going to talk about like the finals, but I think Tory Lanez is a fuckboy. So
yeah, he is, man. He trash his shit.
Yeah,
Marcus, Mundell, rather, you froze up again, so do the drop in and drop back out. While I read this article, Tory Lanez was charged Thursday with assaulting a woman who was obviously Megan Thee Stallion, per information provided by I'm sorry, who is this, Variety.com? Because that was a hell of a first sentence. Like, who starts off an article like that? But anyway, I digress. Tory Lanez was charged Thursday with assaulting a woman who is obviously Megan Thee Stallion. Per information provided by the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, he is facing a possible maximum sentence of 22 years and 8 months in prison, according to the announcement. Wow. So yeah, I didn't know that happened. He got. And he got here with a whole rap song, a whole album, trying to make it seem like he's victorious.
Not one track, right?
Right.
Not just one. I mean, because listen. The most damage ever done to a human being from a rap song ever. I think that was what's your boy name?
Ja Rule?
Nope, your boy from the Clips.
Pusha T and Drake.
Pusha T, yeah.
Yeah, when Pusha T came at Drake, he outed the whole family.
He did. He fixed up 2 Instagram accounts.
Bro. Bro, somebody said Pusha T is 45 years old with cornrows. You know not to mess with this man because he already ain't got nothing to lose, bro.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
But Pusha T, like that, he went hard. Like he went for blood with the exposing that man's son. Drake had to come out and claim a whole ass family because of Pusha T. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we could never forget the damage that Nas did to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z did to Nas.
I mean, Nas did to Jay-Z. Nas, and we don't like to admit it because everybody wants to be close to Beyonce in some way, right? But let's just keep it 1,000. Nas.
I see we have a disagreement on the set.
Yeah.
Nas brought Jay-Z back to earth years before he was supposed to be brought back to earth.
You think so?
Ben, here's that point where you mentioned that context for people. Well,
okay. I usually give that context when it's somebody we have to defend somebody that we don't actually like. So you don't actually like Jay-Z?
Jay-Z's a fucking money-hungry capitalist.
Okay, so I give the introduction. All right, so in this part of every single episode.
Whoa. I'm not defending Jay-Z. I'm actually pro.
No, Mundell's about to defend Jay-Z.
Which is why I'm asking for the context.
What?
Okay, here we go. Here's the context. Now.
What the fuck? Are you just being contrite to be contrite, Negro? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Go ahead, Ben.
Here's the context. Now, truth be told, I am before Jay-Z started tripping on this NFL stuff and the Colin Kaepernick stuff. I was always the biggest fan of Jay-Z, but I'm gonna concur with you, Mundell, and give the disclosure. Here's the disclosure. At this part of every single episode, we feel so inclined to push back against a bad argument. That means somebody on the show made a crappy argument, in our opinion. It's so bad that they're gonna make us end up defending somebody that we don't like. On previous episodes, they had me defending Hillary Clinton, and y'all already know that ain't what I'm about. On another episode, Marcus defended the Congressional Black Caucus and Jim Clyburn. And then finally, on another episode, we even had Mundell defending the donor class of the Democratic Party, those rich billionaires that give money to buy democracy. Mundell actually defended one of them. So in this episode, it seems like he's going to defend Jay-Z. Go for it, Mundell.
Another one of those rich billionaires, right? So let me,
Mundell, you don't have to do this.
Marcus,
this is actually for some people. This is gonna be worse than you defending the donor class. Just so you know.
What the fuck are you doing?
Let's be clear. This is an age-old argument that Jay-Z or Nas win that battle. I disagree with Jay-Z in this. Jay-Z said Nas won that battle. I absolutely believe, and Jay-Z said that now. I think, but in the time. Because Nas had to cancel, Nas stopped coming back because of how Jay-Z killed him, what was said in Takeover. I mean,
Oh,
Ether was all right, but
yes.
but what Jay-Z said in Takeover made
Yeah.
Nas' mom get involved and say, "Okay, it's time to stop." She made Nas and Jay-Z she called Jay-Z's mom to end it because of you know who did you know what.
What?
So like, I mean, we don't even need to go there. Plus, my problem with Nas is he
You had the weakest line on Uchiwala, bro. That line
you
right.
let your bouncer have a better verse on Uchiwala. And Jay-Z said something. Are you trying to kick knowledge? Smarten up, bro. You had one hot album. 1 out of 10. I'm not
I
a
would.
Nas fan, bro. I never have. I think Jay-Z smashed it. For pop culture at that time, for rap culture at the time, Jay-Z
Bruh.
tracks weren't just hot. They were also club bangers. They were great comebacks, but they were also being played in the club.
Bro, Jay-Z killed
that is beautiful.
Jay-Z killed Nas so hard on that track that he went legal on him. He said, "I know who I paid. You ain't get a dime." He called out the company that's getting the money. So, bro, I wanted to support you when you said Nas won that battle, just because I wanted to just kind of go past it because I knew it was going to open up this can of worms. But there's no way in the world any reasonable person could say Nas won that battle. I'm sorry, man.
Are you scared to smile? He called you ugly. Life is hard. Ugly. Don't reject me. Don't make records to disrespect me, blatant or indirectly. In '88, you were getting chased in your building.
All right. Well, hang on. Now that's a different conversation. You going to a different conversation.
We're not going to disrespect what the fuck happened.
No. You going to a different conversation.
You two Negroes right now are being sacked for fucking living.
Hang on. You going to a different conversation that I think I have to agree with you on. You just comparing them MC to MC at this point. But if you talk about that one particular battle, man, Jay-Z still winning that battle every time.
Okay. So,
but if we talking about MC,
I'm gonna go culture wise right here. When Takeover dropped, everybody was like, Nas' career is over. When it dropped. And in that 2-week period between Nas's ears hearing Takeover and then his response and actually coming back at the hottest MC in the game at that time and normalizing that motherfucker like, nah, you're human too. Here's where I'm gonna go. You're crazy as fuck if you think that.
Okay. All right.
Takeover.
Let's ask the audience. I know we have a really diverse audience, so not everybody knows everything that we're talking about. But let's just make it pretty general here. Jay-Z or Nas? Just put it in the comment section, and you could. I don't care if you're talking about him as an MC. I know they're totally different things. I just want to see who gets the most votes in this chat. Jay-Z or Nas, whether you rating them as MC or whether you rating them on that one particular rap battle, that rap beef. I don't want to see what y'all.
And while y'all are voting, just remember, Jay-Z did save Nas' career. He did kill him, and it wasn't until Jay-Z brought his ass back that his album did anything decent. Jay-Z had to sign that bastard to save his life career. His career.
I don't disagree with that. I'm talking about that moment in time for that beef when they were rapping against each other, not when they were friendly with each other. But when they were rapping against each other,
I would say that
Jay-Z.
I would say Jay-Z wasn't the hardest rapper.
Why would Jay-Z admit that he got murked?
Because that was his. He was talking about
that was a peace offering, bro. That was a peace offering.
The most braggadocious nigga in the game doesn't have to.
Yo, he had signed a man by then.
Exactly.
He did the same thing when he signed Lil Wayne.
Look at these fucking comments on Twitter. I won. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I do. I see a lot of Nas. I see a whole lot of Nas.
It's Twitter.
Not Twitter.
No, it's all over the place. It's all over the place.
Where you at?
I got YouTube, Twitter. So far I'm seeing a whole lot of.
What's the Facebook crowd saying?
It's starting to. I'm getting a lot of ties. I'm seeing Jay-Z. I see on Facebook it's saying Nas. It might end up being even 50-50. And that's worth. But I would put them both there though. In honestly,
Nas is not in my top 5, bro. Matter of fact, who was in your top 5?
Nas not in your top 5?
Hell no, he ain't in my top 10.
He ain't in your top 10? Give me your top. Let's just do the top 5. Give me your top 5, Marcus. I mean not Marcus, but Mundell and then Marcus.
Lauryn Hill.
As an MC?
Hell yeah. Lauryn Hill, Tobin Wingway, Sci-Hi to Prince, Jay-Z, and J. Cole. That's my top 5.
I had not considered putting J. Cole in my top 5. I'm a simmer on that for a minute. Go ahead, Marcus. Who you got?
Andre 3000.
Oh shit, yes.
Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill, Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill, Scarface, Biggie.
Somebody, thank you. Who's your last one?
Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Ours pretty much match. I listen.
And here's the thing. I want to tell everybody something to back up something. Okay, you're not gonna sit up here and bump Eminem in your car when you're driving down 95. Eminem doesn't rap for your listening enjoyment. Eminem raps so he can prove to you that he can rap better than anybody you know.
And he's up there, man.
That was M's whole thing, right? So, I mean, M got to be in my list.
Yeah.
I feel like Eminem got famous because he was white. If Eminem was a black guy talking about killing his mama and his baby mama, he would go plastic. I'm done with it. Go ahead, Ben.
But I don't think that take away from his skills, though.
The chat room on YouTube is going ham. Here's the thing. I want to say, and the reason what they said was damn y'all old. Here's the thing. They said damn y'all old. Nah. Listen, there's new school rappers that are like. I'm not even gonna say new school rappers. Like, I mean, I think there's two different versions of rap, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I enjoy it, but there is two different versions of rap, right? Like, there is something to be said about the baby, right? Like, the baby's a fun rapper. He's from North Carolina. He's a fun rapper, and he's undefeated. Like, the baby literally is my favorite guy in rap right now because he knocks people out for real.
Yeah. Bro, that video where they in Macy's, where were they, Saks Fifth Avenue, and he lit that nigga up, bro.
And at a concert, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, and at a concert.
21 Savage is not
but they're not MCs though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
MC, but listen, 21 Savage is the perfect rapper for. Are you feeling him? If you listen to 21 Savage, you ain't listening for Nas type, Jay-Z type bars. You're listening for, am I feeling this dude? And I be feeling 21 Savage. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Each time he be like, 21.
It's a whole different. I don't even think you can compare. I know you already said this, but I'm gonna give my top 5. But I don't think you can compare what these dudes are doing today with what was done back when we were growing up. And it's not to say that one is better than the other. It's like, what do you prefer in the moment? Because if I prefer what I prefer in the moment, and I'm just like, if you're at the club, right? It's very seldom that I'm gonna want to hear my top 5, which includes Biggie, it includes Nas, Jay-Z, Black Thought, and who would be my 5th? Eminem would really be my 5th, and that's not in any particular order. But if I'm at the club, I don't want to hear any of them. I do want to hear Migos, to be honest with you, but I would never put Migos in a conversation about being MCs with any of those guys that I just listed. So it's about where I want to be and what I want to do during the time.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're not going to hear Biggie at Magic City, and there's a reason for that, right? So,
listen, there is no comparison. The post 2014 rapper is not the best rapper of all time.
Never will be. Yep.
Right. Except, well, actually, Kendrick Lamar came out before then. Kendrick Lamar is probably the closest you're gonna get to, and Kendrick
Lamar and J. Cole came out in the same class. You remember that?
They are a class. I think they're the bridge. They're the bridge because you could get a J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar song that thump and kind of move the club, right? Kind of, but they are the bridge between those two generations. Yeah.
And there's one more too.
Who that?
Big Benson.
There should be two different questions. The first question is, who's your favorite rapper? Like, who's the best rapper or lyricist of all time? The second question is, what rap music do you like the most out of all time?
Yeah, those are all different questions. You know who I forgot though? I don't know. I can't fit him in my top 5 only because he started off really crappy, and right now I don't know what the hell he's doing. But somewhere around the Carter 3, Lil Wayne was one of the dopest lyricists in the game. Carter 3 was
I
a
can't believe it
masterpiece.
took you. What happened to 1 and 2? Carter 1 is a fucking masterpiece.
Well, Carter 1, but it really went. But I kind of glossed over because I just did not want to hear Lil Wayne because of where he came from and the trash that he used to do when he was like, I can't even think. It's like a mental block. Whatever he did before the Carter series just made me never wanted to listen to him again. But when I heard Carter 3, I was like, okay, now he really doing some stuff. I don't know what he doing these days because I think he done hit the scissor a little too hard.
Yeah.
No, if you go back to Carter, if you listen to Carter 5, bro, especially that deluxe edition, that joint is ridiculous. That guy, Lil Wayne, is underrated. Lil Wayne is amazing. He actually scared Jay-Z. Apparently, this is what Nori said. Nori said Jay-Z, like way back in the day, Jay-Z told him that he was like Lil Wayne is coming. Like Lil Wayne is gonna be that artist that removes me from the top of the crown. That's what Jay-Z thought about Lil Wayne.
But he fell off though. I don't think he gonna remove the crown. Yeah. Somebody, a couple comments in the chat that are interesting. Nestor says Lil Wayne got mentally violated in jail and now he's broken. That's depressing. But here, Captain McBalls, I'll say your name on there, whatever. He said Lil Wayne is trash and has ghostwriters. I know one of them personally. I don't doubt that he has ghostwriters.
Everybody has ghostwriters.
Everybody didn't have ghostwriters.
Who?
Andre didn't have ghostwriters.
Man, if you look at these albums, they always have other names on
Andre
these
3000
songs.
didn't have ghostwriters.
All right. I'm not gonna argue that point. I'm just gonna tell you, I very rarely do you see a track without somebody else's names beside it.
And first, I'm looking at the chat myself, Ben. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention at least a couple of greats. Big Crit, amazing.
Okay.
Big Crit,
Tupac.
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Tupac was a persona, and Tupac was bigger than life before he was killed. Right? He was bigger than life. He was a persona. His whole character. But when I go back and I listen to the Biggie versus Jay-Z track. It's just no comparison, bro, on being a lyricist.
I'm not a Pac fan at all. Pac to me was too much of a show. Pac should have he should have stayed in Hollywood the entire time. Pac killed himself and also Biggie, and it was just ridiculous. None of that shit happened.
Agreed, Mondale. Pac got everybody killed because of his act. But like, to be honest with you, he was a precluder. He was like the pre-production for what's going on right now in hip hop. Like Pac wasn't the best lyricist. Biggie was a better lyricist than Pac. If you argue that, you're nuts. Like Biggie was a better lyricist than Pac.
Right. But we're talking about also putting them in the top 5. Like, is top 5 legend? Yes. He might be legendary like number 1 or number 2. But top 5 MCs, a lot of people put him in his top 5 MCs, and I don't know about that.
Yeah, you feel Pac. So
yeah.
I mean, but Pac, but if you talk about top 5 MCs, Big L, I aged myself.
Oh,
Big L was a better MC than Pac was, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talking about top 5 MCs, Kendrick Lamar is a better MC than Pac ever was.
Yeah.
Talking about top 5 MCs, right? So people, the art form of what an MC is, the art form, right? That's an Eminem. That's a K Lamar. That's an Andre 3000. That's guys who actually use their words in artful ways to not only prove a point lyrically, but then step back for a moment and be like, oh yeah, and look at the technical skill that I used in that last bar that I dropped.
Hang on. We got somebody who is really disagreeing with us. Jess said, I couldn't disagree with y'all more. Who called out cop killers? Who called out racial inequality? Pac. Listen, I don't disagree. Pac was the realest.
And he went to jail for rape. Next.
Well, come on, man, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You can't.
Nobody don't want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it, right? Okay. All right.
All right, bro. Next time you bring up one of your peoples, I'm gonna throw out the very worst thing that they did. So, all right, I'll note it.
No, I'm just saying. Like Pac called out cop killers when, right before he made a song about calling women what? Pac was trash, man.
Come on, man.
Pac killed hip hop, bro. Pac killed hip
hop. Pac did not kill hip hop, bro.
I can't forgive him. And just like that, Enfield, North Carolina is looking for their forgotten son.
You can say whatever you want to about Enfield, North Carolina. I'm telling you, Pac killed hip hop. I don't give a fuck. He put a crazy void in what could have been like a long legacy of great music. I would have loved to see the evolution of Biggie. Biggie's not in my top 5 because he had one album while he was living. So I don't know what Biggie would have become. Yeah, he had one album while he was living.
Yeah,
the second one came out after he died.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's some dumb shit. Like over something like behind stage, you telling this man, "Oh man, it's just for show," and that shit costs that it's ridiculous. And it could have been so many more lives. Nori and Capone shooting at Snoop and them, and when they're in New York doing New York, all of that shit could have went south.
Nah, I'm thrown off. You're right. You're right. That second album came out after.
That's Puffy art. You know what I'm saying? That's Puffy art.
Goddamn hip hop. Listen,
okay.
Listen. If anything, first off.
Wait a minute. Wait. I got to interrupt. Did you travel? You got your ring light with you? You took your ring light on the road with you?
I grabbed the ring light and I didn't grab
the camera.
The microphone. I got the camera too. You remember we tried the camera yesterday?
Oh, that's right.
But it didn't.
Oh man. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off track, but I'm like, this nigga's traveling with a damn ring light. Pretty ass. I'll be sure. I'll be still. No. Anyway.
Nigga loving the rain is fine.
Bruh, I'm just thrown off by the fact that Biggie's second album actually did not come out until after he died. I don't know why I thought he had that album out before he died. But it wasn't really.
Mondale just called the man trash.
He ain't trash, bro. He's problematic. Okay. Oh, wait. Now I'm gonna put you on blast. Mondale, what were you doing at 25?
Just got out the Marine Corps and started.
Okay, so you were out there stomping for American imperialism. So at 25, everybody makes mistakes.
Hold on.
Everybody, we didn't get to see the chance. We didn't get a chance to see Tupac evolve into what he was going to be. Right? If you take everybody, if you take everybody in their 20s, if you take me in my 20s. Bro, I'd be canceled right now, right? So I don't think we can't benchmark somebody in their early stage of development and call them trash because of his mistake.
Let me apologize. Let me apologize. Calm down. I did call the man trash. He's not trash. He's problematic as fuck.
Yes, I agree. Hey, you still love me, Mondale? You still love me, bro?
Man, we're friends on this goddamn podcast. You don't have to do shit like that anymore. Okay?
No, it was in love though, bro. It was in love.
Bro.
Shit like what? That's a fact. He defended the man's case. I'm with it. It's cool.
I have no idea what he gonna drop on me next week, but in next week's episode, Mondale's gonna come drop some bombs on me like the Marine Corps dropped bombs in the Middle East. That said.
So that said, what we're not gonna do about the Marine Corps is get them mixed up with the Air Force. Goddamn it!
I'm just conflating the two to make take another jab at you to just conflate you.
The Marine Corps does have jets.
Who was that? There's somebody. I did not know this until one of my friends in the Navy told me that the Navy actually has bigger Air Force jets than the actual Air Force. Is that?
Yeah. This is why they have those big ass ships. They have to carry jets.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't. Bro, I have not taken the time to care about the military-industrial complex. Bro.
I knew it. But I also needed to escape poverty, and I'm not talking about small poverty. I'm talking about poverty where you got holes in the floor.
Yeah, no, but listen, my in-laws, everybody on my wife's side of the family, they are all proud members of the military, and so it's like people, black people specifically, the military was a way for you to get out of poverty. Little did they know that it was another way of shackling you, but also a way to get out of poverty. So it's nothing but love, man.
Let's be serious. Like my discipline came from the military, but I also saw white supremacy on like heightened. And they don't reward thinking in the military.
Bella Gino sent in a super chat so that she could put this point in, or they could put this point in. Pac is an overall greater artist. Don't forget his I can't say it. Cinematography. Was she cinematography? graphic. I'm trying to see how she said it though. Career. So yeah, he had a hell of a.
Oh yeah.
He was talented.
Her argument is perfect.
Bello, you're right, Bello. You're right.
You're right.
He went to school. That's what he went to school
Why
for.
can I
right?
say that?
People forget that
Cinematographic.
part. Cinematographic, Ben. Stop adding the extra syllable. You acting real, Ben? Somebody with a gold face is behind you, and it's creeping me out, bro. Like,
That's my son's Halloween costume, bro.
he really, huh?
Come show him, bro. Come here. I know.
Like
Thankfully,
a character of Lovecraft.
Yeah.
he just wants y'all to see his mask. Come on.
Turn up.
There you go.
Hey,
Come on in.
what's up, man?
Hey,
For
Nacho
Halloween.
Libre.
All right.
So Ben,
Yes, sir.
What I was saying was Park went to school for that, right? And that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I think. Like, yeah. So
Okay.
Park went to a music and art school.
Oh, somebody put in here Will Smith for MC.
Man, delete that person immediately.
No, it's not Will. But
I don't know if they talk about like top 5, but Will's not bad. Will might make your top 50. Top 50.
Will got one of the top 50 summer songs of all time.
Ah.
He ain't making my top 50.
No, he ain't got the top 50. He got the top 5. He got the top 5 summer songs, man. Summertime.
Summer song. And follow.
Yeah.
You think that's the number one?
Number one summer song is Will Smith.
Summertime.
Summertime.
And then WAP.
Nope.
I like WAP because I like
like WAP.
Megan Thee Stallion, and that's why I'm really.
I prefer WAP. I prefer WAP in the summer. I mean, the wintertime. But no, that's not my thing. But go ahead.
I'm a fan of Megan. Now, truth be told, like we sleeping because we didn't even throw in the women MCs.
Lauryn Hill was my top 5.
Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion low key out here killing the game like since she first came out. Like WAP isn't a good representation of her lyricist abilities, her lyrical abilities, but like just hands down like lyric wise, Megan Thee Stallion definitely will make my top 5 female MCs.
Nicki Minaj is good too.
Hands down, the number one lyrical woman in the game, point blank, is Rhapsody. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's the number one female woman MC in the game. She was on Kendrick Lamar album and damn near stole the whole album with one track.
Oh well, I gotta hear that track.
She has her own album, and it's amazing. And she's a North Carolina artist. So I mean, let's not pretend that we don't produce grades. It's hard in any genre to find anybody better than people from North Carolina.
We got a lot of names in here. Somebody said Mia X, MC Light, Trina.
No.
Nah.
No. We're Florida boys, so we can't let Mondale get away with this.
Look, whoop. Pull over that ass too fat. Yes, that was a great. I like Trina in the same way. I like.
Nam. Come on, let's just be real. Nam was WAP
Oh,
before WAP was WAP.
No. When we talking about lyrics though. We talking about being a lyricist though, and Trina don't even get in that. She don't even get in that kind of conversation. But in terms of like WAP and the sexiness, Trina definitely fits in that conversation.
Oh,
Little Kim, Missy definitely, Missy definitely in there. Little Kim is in there.
Missy to me was like one of those party artists. I like Missy music. I don't think I would never call Missy one of my favorite.
We forgetting them all. Oh my God, Remy Ma, Rod Digger. Yeah. They listed them all in here. I like Rod Digger for real. Yeah.
I like Rod.
Yeah. All right, fellas, we can talk for forever about all the news and all the hip hop. I like this morning show. I think this is going to be something we're going to continue on a regular basis. In the audience, if you'd like to see us continue on a regular basis, just shout out, give us some love, share us when we share in the morning, keep us going, keep us motivated. What y'all thinking about it, fellas? This is week one. Week one is down. What y'all think?
I think I'm coming for your ass on Monday. Go ahead, Marcus.
Bro, I just.
Hey, my dad got me laughing this morning. Dude.
I just got a thing, man, bro. Like, cause one thing I'm not gonna do, real talk, I'm not gonna be 50 years old judging people in their 20s, cause I gotta.
Call me 50 again? Don't worry about it. Money coming, motherfucker. Don't even worry about it.
I really wasn't calling you 50. I was really just saying, old folks forget where they were in their 20s. That's all.
That's a fact.
My thoughts are this: if you're again, I'm gonna double down on what you said. if the viewers of who are watching the stream right now, if y'all like this, then leave it in the. If y'all like this show, leave it in the comments. Share it. Say something like, "This is the best damn show in the morning time."
Cause really, we could take over morning. We could take over morning from anybody. We just gotta we'll go ahead and get the mics and make sure that we take the mics with us everywhere we go. And then we can definitely like. And I got some music that we're gonna start bringing music in here, right? We have some musical interludes. Mark Mundell, what you think about how you like the first week of the morning show?
I think it actually is not just helpful and wonderful to see y'all in the morning. It's also a good way for me to like start my day, and I feel like we're sharper in the morning. And even when we're coming in here straight out of the bed, we're sharper in the morning. But being Monday, I'm coming for your ass.
I love you, bro.
I owe y'all 20. I owe 20, so I'll be going. Today's Friday.
Mundell didn't run this morning either.
Oh,
Ben, you're making assumptions that you don't know about, brother.
Mundell didn't run with us this morning either. There you go.
Which probably means I didn't run at all.
Ben, I think me and you are equal. I think Mondale owes us a whole hour-long run now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually, Marcus, we're doing 10 minutes a day. How'd you get to an hour, bro? Really?
No, we're doing 20 minutes.
We're doing 20 minutes a day. You missed 3 days.
Hey, listen. Don't give this man no ammunition, Marcus. Stop. Just stop. Because he gonna clown us. He gonna clown us the fact that he probably have to run a whole nother hour after we get done just so he can get his regular workout in. So don't set this man up to clown us.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. You know,
I love y'all, man.
Wait. Somebody sent in a super chat just to say this. A $10 super chat saying, "Love the show. Nas won."
Nas won.
Hey, Ben.
Nas won.
Ben.
What up, man?
That's that Black Panther propaganda. They paid for it.
Hey, we out of here. We'll catch y'all on Monday morning bright and early. Peace.